Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we need to eliminate this quad over here. His armor is getting very low. We've also got a full another enemy lance all the way up here. And we're not entirely sure what we're going to do with that just yet. RogueTech is being a bit slow at the moment, but it will get caught back up after we move. For whatever reason, I don't know why. RogueTech does this when I minimize the game after finishing the episode. It's very strange. But we're going to move up, and the Fafnir will position there. And now it should smooth out, or actually maybe once the enemy takes their turn. I think it's usually when the enemy takes their turn. So we're going to move up our Salamander here. And we're just going to fire out at, not the Goliath probably. Let's see what our hit odds are like. Oh my. Okay, that took a while to tab. 44%. It's actually equal hit odds. Okay. We'll fire at the Goliath since his armor is lower. Yeah, we get some penetration there. Actually, the Goliath's just straight up dead.
I need a new target.
Beautiful. Okay.
Standing by.
So next up is the Annihilator, which is just going to sprint up the road.
Here we go.
There we go. And then the Mauler is going to continue to advance here.
Roger that.
And we're going to pot shot at this Dragon Slayer. We're starting to get decent hit odds here, so that's nice. Yeah, that's a solid hit. Cool. Next up is our longbow, which now that we have some armor penetration, the longbow could easily kill the victor here. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, this could easily do it. We're going to Warlord to boost those odds a little bit. And let's see how that clustering goes.
All weapons, go.
Yep, the victor's dead. Beautiful.
Tango down.
Now, we don't know where any of the other enemies are. So from here, we're probably just going to start sprinting forward until we have sensors on them. They should be up there somewhere. There's 3 of them. So let's go ahead and grab our boar's head. We'll stand up. And as far as our artillery pieces are going, we're not going to sprint them. We're going to walk them forward. Actually, in this case, we can't move the boar's head, so we're just going to brace it. That will mean that next round we definitely won't get knocked down. The Madcat Mark II will go ahead and sprint on forward up the road.
Roger. Full speed.
No sensor traces from that one. Oh, hello. Now we have a sensor trace.
Light damage. Holding firm.
So what do we got up there? A Kaiju. Way up there. Okay, sounds good. We're mostly going to continue to sprint forward up the road.
Go into full throttle.
There's very little to be done over there on that Kaiju for now. It moves this phase. Well, actually, we also see a Banshee over here. So that's 2 of their units. Are they going to group together? Not currently.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Well, we'll continue sprinting up the road. I'm not going to bother firing LRMs at this distance. Okay, an Annihilator. So we now know all 3 of their units there. Good. The Fafnir will sprint on forward.
Hauling ass.
Excellent. Next up is going to be the Mauler, which will continue to sprint forward up the road.
Confirm.
We need to get into LOS eventually, right? Hopefully, anyway.
Orders.
The longbow will step forward.
On my
The
way.
question is, are these hit odds good enough to justify firing? Yeah, actually, 35% is okay. There we go, got some damage to the Kaiju. The Corsair will stand on up. 9 activations remaining.
I'm up. Let's
Feels
go.
like it was 13 2 rounds ago.
On my way.
Well, Panzer actually can't die because Panzer is the leader of our company, so that's fine. We're going to fire on this Annihilator here. And we'll probably get knocked down again, if I had to guess. Not great shots there, that's for sure. We're missing the Long Tom. Ooh, look at this. The Kaiju stacks in. That's really nice.
Reporting. Serious armor loss.
Indeed.
Right here.
Okay, so the Boar's Head is also bleeding out. 12 activations remaining. Okay, so there's 2 different ones. Got it. So we're going to drop on the Annihilator here. Now, we can't get knocked down this round because we're braced. Very mediocre again on the artillery placement, but that's okay. The Magcat Mark II will sprint on forward. We need to get up this ramp and... Okay, not this intersection, but the next intersection. Although they might come forward here as we approach. We'll see. We have a lot of closing in to do, that's for sure. They move in phase 25. Let's see what they want to do here. The Banshee might be coming over here to give us LOS. That would be amazing. We're going to continue to sprint in the Annihilator. What are our LRM hit odds? Probably mediocre. Actually, not that bad. I was expecting them to be a little worse than this. Yeah. Do it. So we got some armor damage there. Always good. Now, did they just spread these out? A little bit. A little bit. Okay. So the longbow will head on forward.
Acknowledged.
And who are we going to fire at? Well, whoever our hit odds are highest on with the ELRMs. 32.1? Okay, so probably the Kaiju then. Yeah, do it. Solid hits on the Kaiju there. The Salamander will continue to sprint on forward.
10-4.
Let's check those LRM hit odds. 38.2 on the Annihilator. Getting better. Yep, definitely the Annihilator is the target.
I'm on him.
Cool.
Aye, aye.
The Corsair is, of course, still bleeding out. We are going to, at this point... We're just going to drop artillery on... Does it really matter which of these we target? We're going to target the Kaiju because it's more centrally located, but I think it's incredibly unlikely that we end up hitting the Banshee. Very mediocre shots there, but that's okay.
Standing by.
The Fafnir will close on in, sprinting forward.
On my way. Double time.
Okay.
Ready.
The Mauler will do the same.
Roger that. Going to full throttle.
Okay, what else do they have? Well, we know what they have. We don't know if they're going to do anything useful with it. So far, they haven't called in airstrikes, but we can't rule that out as a possibility.
Here, Commander. Commander.
Okay, the Magcat Mark II will continue to sprint on forward.
Full speed. No target.
Getting in here will take a while, for sure.
Yes,
But the
Commander.
Boar's Head will step forward here.
Moving to position.
And I think at this point, we absolutely drop on the Kaiju. Yes.
Copy.
Okay, that'll do, I guess. Phase 27. Who are they moving? The Banshee jumps. Fires at the Magcat. So we now have a LOS target. I like it. That's great. We are going to grab Chronic Toast here in the Salamander, and he is going to sprint on up. Actually, we don't need to sprint to get a direct LOS here. We can position here.
Copy that.
So that's better for us. At this range, can we fire the MRM? Yes, we can, actually, with 30% hit odds. Well, Warlord, are we better off firing AX? This guy's pretty fresh, and yeah, we are better off firing AX here. So we'll go ahead and do that.
4.
And we knock the Banshee down off of that building, and he takes 200 leg damage from it. I like it.
Aye, aye.
So that, of course, means that we lose our LOS, at least for now. The Annihilator will move on up, and what do we got for hit odds here? 29.2, 29.2, and 23.8. Okay, we'll just lob at this Annihilator then. get some armor stripped off of there.
Ready for orders.
The Fafnir will sprint on in.
On the move. Full speed.
Okay.
I'm here.
The Corsair will continue to drop artillery on the king crab, I think, the kaiju.
Acknowledge.
I'm shocked we haven't been knocked down in a while with the Corsair. That's very strange. We're going to move up with the Mauler. And what do we got with the longbow here in terms of hit odds? We're just going to close in a little. And 26.4, 32.1. Same on the Banshee. And same on the King Crab. So I think we're going to hit the Annihilator because it has the highest base armor.
I copy.
Okay, nice armor shred there. Next up, what do they got? That will be the King Crab. It stacks in. Interesting. I mean, they shouldn't be doing that. They should be trying to stay apart because of our artillery. We don't have the Long Tom, sadly, but actually the Magcat Mark II still has LOS on this Banshee. That surprises me a bit as well. We're going to advance here, and we're going to Warlord. And we're going to hit this Banshee just as hard as we can, maybe even using Listen Kill. Yes, do it. So that was all armor damage to the Banshee, but it doesn't have much armor damage, or much armor, just in general, left. We're going to move up with the Boar's Head, and we're going to drop artillery on these two over here. It'll be still on the Kaiju. And we can fire the LRM-20. Go ahead and do that. Okay, so that building comes down. And next up is going to be our Fafnir, of all things. I was hoping it would be the Salamander, but it is not. The Fafnir will just sprint forward.
Going full throttle.
There's not a whole lot that we can do with that. They have two movers in phase 24. So which two? The Banshee, it jumps. And the Annihilator, it moves forward through the fire. Sounds good.
Orders.
Our Salamander is going to sprint forward here. There's no LOS that we can get, so let's see what our hit odds are like. 32%, 57 on that Annihilator. Okay. Annihilator it is.
Here we go.
Cool.
Yes, Commander.
Our Annihilator is going to sprint on forward.
Confirmed.
We're going to continue checking those LRM hit odds. 18 on the Banshee, 29 on the Annihilator, and 29 on the Kaiju. Okay, I think we're going to hit the Annihilator here, mostly because this is... Well, this isn't actually a side arc. I assumed that it would be, but no, I don't want to attack ground. I want to Warlord. There we go. No, I don't want to attack the large civilian building. I want to attack the Annihilator. There we go. 32%. Okay, we've definitely got some good armor strip going on there. Now, the Corsair, we should expect is going to be knocked down soon. We only have 6 activations remaining, but remember, Panzer can't die. So that's okay. We're going to drop artillery on the Kaiju again, because it's centrally located. Okay, I'm not sure where that second shot hit, but we did get knocked down, as expected.
Damn it! I took one in the meat.
Oh, you're okay. The Mauler is going to sprint forward here.
Run, don't shoot. Got it.
And what else do we got?
Orders.
The longbow. Okay, so the longbow is going to position here.
Acknowledged.
Which of these are we going to shoot at? Well, hit odds are going to dictate that. So let's see here. 32.1 on the Kaiju. So same hit odds on the Annihilator. Got it. We're going to go ahead and Warlord, and we're going to hit this Annihilator here. The Annihilator is actually pretty close to death, so we're going to kill it very soon here. I could die from this shot, depending on clustering. And there it goes. Fantastic.
Mech destroyed.
So the Annihilator is out of here.
Yes,
Next up is our Boar's Head, which is going to move on up.
If you say so.
And we are going to drop artillery on either of these. It kind of doesn't matter which. I think we're going to keep hitting the Kaiju here because its torso is very low on armor.
Affirmative.
Okay, pretty mediocre on the artillery shots. No knockdown. The Kaiju will move on forward here. Fires on the Salamander. That's fine. And now the question is, does the Magcat find another shot on this Banshee? It'd be very, very useful if it did. Actually, we can get one on the Kaiju, of all things. I did not expect that, but we'll take it.
Double time.
Actually, very good hit odds into this side arc. This could kill the Kaiju.
All weapons are go.
And there it goes. UAC-5 ammo
Target
explosion.
eliminated.
Cool. So all that's left now is the Banshee. So he moves immediately, and he may come out of his little hidey hole here. We'll see what he does. He does indeed come out of his hidey hole. Fires at the Magcat, but doesn't really get all that much done, all things
Not
considered.
much armor left in that location. Commander?
So at this point, the Annihilator is not going to get LOS. We can put the Salamander over here.
10-4.
The question is, are we better off using AX ammo at this time? And I think the answer to that is no, because of the low amount of ammo that he's got, or armor that he's got, rather. We're just going to go ahead and Alpha Strike this guy with improved MRMs.
Firing.
And actually, he's just gone. Fantastic. Just the way I like missions to go. Simple with a fat payday at the end. Indeed, that wasn't too bad. I like it. So we'll go ahead and load on in here. As far as salvage goes, we might want to take that Goliath part. Like, quads are immune to the knockdown mechanic that artillery has. So we want to get at least one of our artillery mechs replaced. I doubt that we're going to be able to get the full Goliath here, considering that we have one priority salvage, but we'll see. 2 million C-bills before repairs, not bad. And as far as the damage that we took, it was actually fairly moderate. So that's great. But yeah, I would absolutely love to get our hands on the Goliath, but there's not actually... Oh, there is a part here. We're going to grab the single partial mech salvage for that. We also got a partial salvage for an Igor, which is pretty solid as far as cash goes. Some double heat sinks, some heavy ferro. That's pretty good too. And a double AC-10 ammo. We'll keep that around as well. All of this is solid. I like it. I think that was a very, very profitable mission. It definitely went a little faster than I was expecting towards the end. We got some quick kills. There's no doubt about it. We got some good ammo explosions, some engine destructions. Very solid across the board. In terms of how much damage we actually took, there were some decent chunks, to be sure. But I don't expect this to be extensive. I think that we can get this done in probably 10 to 12 days is the hope here. Now, that's real days, not Yang days, to be clear. Yang's estimate is going to be a lot higher than that. Probably like 28, 29, 30, somewhere in there. We'll see what he actually says. What do you got, Yang? Any moment now. Okay, 24 days, and yeah, 150k. Not bad, not bad. So, I mean, the Corsair obviously needs work, right? And we actually have a little time here. Let's hop into the mech bay, and let's think about the Corsair. So, we're going to stop the repair on it. The dual thumpers with the changes that have been made to artillery are not viable. So we need something else on this Corsair. And what do we want to put in? I mean, dual thumpers were never particularly good on the Corsair, but we're definitely going to drop these. Get out of here, you thumpers. And we are going to max out this armor immediately. We don't need the thumper ammo either. Now, one thing we could try to do is slot in a long tom. We also apparently have this ER medium laser and the ER large laser. That's probably things that we can get rid of. We do have a long tom. Do we have ammo for a long tom? Only 1 ton. We have more sniper artillery ammo. We have no missile hardpoints on this. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit problematic. We could put in a sniper artillery. 40% chance of knockdown, 50% chance of knockdown. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should do this differently. Let's discard the unsaved changes here. If we had additional long tom ammo, I think I would put a long tom in here. Although we could maybe do that. Like, the Corsair's a backup mech, right? So we could actually drop the Thumper artilleries as we did before. And that's a very good option. Keep in mind, these Thumper artilleries, 2 Thumper artilleries... What's the weight differential here? The long tom weight is 20 tons. So 2 Thumper artilleries actually weighs 10 more tons than a long tom. And it has 10% more knockdown chance, while having the same raw damage in theory, but in reality, the long tom definitely does more. So we can slot in that long tom. That's not a problem, and we have lots of tonnage to spare. Like, if we really wanted to do a sniper artillery as well, we might be able to find a way to do that, dropping the ER large laser and such. I don't think that's a great option. But what do we want to do with this remaining tonnage? Well, we could definitely put in more heat sinks. That is a good thing that we could do. We only have the 1 ton of long tom ammo, so that's what, 5 shots? Yeah, that's 5 shots of ammo. So we definitely need more long tom ammo for this thing. I would like to have at least 3 more tons of long tom ammo, so we're going to try to leave 3 tons available on the Corsair. And it's going to give us warnings if we use the Corsair, obviously. But what else do we want to do on this thing? I think that heat sinks are a good choice. We can definitely pile in the heat sinks. Now, we need to keep in mind, most of the time, we're honestly not going to be firing this ER large laser. So, or the ER medium laser. So that's, let's see, 18 plus 36 heat, just off the table. So that's what, 54 heat? So we're actually fine on our heat efficiency right now. We've got 9 tons left. We could upgrade this ER medium laser to a large laser. So an ER large laser would go in over here, like so. And then we could still slot in a couple of extra double heat sinks. Like, we can't put it there, obviously. But we could slot one in here. We could slot one in here, and then we have 3.5 tons to work with. So we could put in another double heatsink like this, and then just drop a little bit of leg tonnage. I don't really love dropping leg tonnage here. It's an option, but what if we don't have any clan armor to case that. I would like to case these, but this would be the idea, and then we'd slot in additional long tom ammo in each of these locations. That would work. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Now, the Corsair is going to be 3 tons underweight because we don't have that long tom ammo. That's fine.
Logged and noted.
Okay, so that should be a solid upgrade to the Corsair. And it would be basically interchangeable with the Bull Shark then, if we were able to get that ammo. Yeah, I like it. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to get these repairs done. We're probably not going to wait on the Corsair. I can tell you that one. We'll get the rest of this done. And the Corsair might be done. We'll see. But we're not going to use the Corsair next mission. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.